One of the common questions that I get from a lot of my clients during a face reading session on their relationship is, my partner used to love me a lot more back in the day, but now I'm not feeling that much interested or sparkled with my partner. Is there something that changed? Am I not so attractive enough? Well, let me try answering these questions in this video through the lens of 5 elements, where I'll explain 5 elements through the cycle of relationships and how understanding the forces of these 5 elements can help you understand your relationship and partner better. Hi, this is Nitesh. Welcome to your face reading channel. Let's begin learning the 5 elements in motion through the prism of relationships. So the first element is the water element, which is the element that indicates a baby in the uterus. It indicates the season of winter, the dark, the mysterious. It indicates the phase of pre-birth. And so in a relationship, a water phase is one where you're still not in a relationship with your partner, but maybe you're thinking about them to be in your life as a partner. This is kind of an ideation phase where you kind of dream of having them as a partner. You imagine how life will be with them. You think about whether they'll say yes or no to your proposal. In this phase, you're not sure how life will be with them, but you're wondering, you may be excited about it. So this is the water phase of your relationship, when you have conceived of the idea of the relationship, but not yet committed from both fronts, of course. The second element is the wood element. Wood element signifies birth of the baby. It signifies the season of spring. It signifies change, because now, as per the baby that was not yet born, was in the water phase, is born. It signifies force. It signifies action. In terms of relationship, you can understand the wood phase of a relationship to be the one where you have proposed to your partner and you guys have committed to start the relationship together. It's very much the starting phase where you experience the initial joys. You're yet to know about each other. You experience a little newness, a little change to your lifestyle. This is what wood energy brings. The third element is the fire element, which represents the prime of life. It indicates the energy of youth, the season of summer where the flowers are blossoming at the topmost. In a relationship, this is the best phase because you feel that your partner is the best thing that ever happened to you. When this phase of a relationship lasts very, very long, you have a very sparkling relationship with your partner, both on the emotional and physical front. You definitely want this phase to continue for as long as it can. But as life goes in a circle, in a flow, as per Chinese medicine, what goes up must come down. And so the fourth element, that is the earth element, displays its energy in motion. The earth element is the one that indicates the phase of an early fall. It indicates when you are in your mid-age, in your 40s to 50s, when you are playing more of a supporting role in your life. It's the phase where you're bearing the fruits of the efforts you did in the past. In relationship term, this phase can be one where physically you may not have a lot of spark with your partner, but emotionally there may be an enhanced level of understanding. Because the energy of this phase is contracting, this phase can appear a little out of sorts, because you may have those questions that whether am I attractive enough, whether my partner really loves me, whether I'm there only for my children to support them. The questions that we had at the start of the video. The earth phase is the phase where motherhood comes into play, and mothers are involved in building and supporting the lives of their children, and similarly, partners are involved in emotional support. At this phase, you may observe a little lack of interest from your partner, which is kind of a natural flow in the circle, right? Here is where your primary element can influence your life. Let's say you have got a primary earth element that can be gauged on the face with a pretty round face with fuller upper lips and lower lips both, and with a strong enough cheek padding. If your primary element is earth as per the elemental cycle, fire feeds earth, which means you need constant validations and emotional support from your partner to function well. But if your relationship is itself in the earth phase, which means in a little contracting phase, not able to align with your element can cause problem and questions that we discussed above. So it's important that here you understand your primary element, your partner's primary element, and the phase of your relationship. The last element in the cycle is the metal element, which indicates hardening, which indicates old age, which indicates the season of autumn. It indicates the withering of the leaves from the trees. It is basically the end of the cycle where the final details are mended. In terms of relationships, this phase is one where emotions may have dried up, where the intensity of emotions are definitely not high, where your energies to put effort into a relationship isn't that great. It's a phase where you want to call it quits, or the relationship naturally dies off due to the loss of your loved one, or simply you're not very much interested in your partner. That's what a metal phase of the relationship is, where you want to cut off the details. So the point is, if you align your primary element and you understand the phase of a relationship, you can better lead your relationships, and it can help answer a lot of your questions as to why certain things were so exciting earlier and now they have dropped in intensity. The beautiful part of understanding 5 elements is its validity and simplicity, because you can apply it to anything in your life and still get amazing results. I hope the video gives you an interesting insight into your relationship, and if you feel this video was helpful, do give it a like, comment on it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already had, because we together will learn a lot about face reading, about 5 elements, and a lot more. Your support is greatly and mightily appreciated. Until next time, goodbye and have a fantastic day ahead.